The Los Angeles Dodgers' stance on Tommy Edman has raised questions that could directly affect the club's flexibility during the offseason. The confusion stems from rumors linking the organization to players who essentially replicate the same role Edman already fills on the roster, opening a debate about how the front office truly views him in the short and long term. Edman shares an almost identical profile with names like Brendan Donovan and Hyesung Kim. All can play second base, shortstop, and the outfield, and all showed their best defensive version at second base during the 2025 season. That is why it was striking that the Dodgers seriously evaluated adding a player who does exactly the same things, especially considering that Edman signed a 5-year, $74 million extension at the end of 2024, which effectively rules out any easy move or release. The lack of clarity grows when Edman's physical condition is taken into account. He is coming off ankle surgery, and his offensive season was underwhelming, something many attribute to that lingering issue. The question is whether the team is betting on a full recovery and sees him as its everyday second baseman, or whether it is already considering alternatives that would reduce his role. If he is the starter, another question arises. What happens to prospect Alex Freeland, viewed as an important piece of the club's immediate future? The puzzle becomes even more complex when analyzing the outfield. If the Dodgers fail to close deals with names like Kyle Tucker, Cody Bellinger, or Steven Kwan, they might be tempted to use Donovan as an outfield solution. However, that would mean moving him away from his best defensive position, which does not fully add up if the goal is to maximize immediate performance. There is also the scenario of a shared left field between Donovan, Dalton Rushing, and Ryan Ward, with occasional shifts to second base when Edman rests. That kind of flexibility sounds appealing in theory, but it also highlights a lack of clearly defined planning. Adding to all this is the age factor. 5 of the team's 6 long-term contracts belong to position players over 30 years old, including Edman. With 4 years and $65.6 million still owed to him, plus a club option for 2030, it is not a negative contract, but it is also not an easy one to move after a down year. The concern is how to inject youth if key positions remain blocked by well-paid veterans. Ultimately, the Dodgers are unlikely to move Edman without first seeing him fully healthy, but the ambiguity surrounding his role affects other key decisions. Clearly defining what they expect from him would not only clarify their interest in similar profiles, but also help better understand the true direction of the roster and whether the long-term strategy is as clear as it appears.